Let's talk manifestation and moon phases. This came up because my cousin sent me a video where one person said manifest with this particular full moon and one said did not. Let's talk about the phases of the moon and the energy that they represent. This is probably going to be over 3 minutes, so you can stick around on here or watch the full thing on my YT. So, we have the moon that goes from a waxing to a waning phase. So when we talk about the waning phase, think about that breath you an exhale, a release, a letting go, a getting rid of. So when you think about manifestation can be where you're trying to manifest something towards you or something away from you. So then we have the waxing phase of the moon. The waxing is about the buildup. It is the attraction. It is the expansion. It is the bringing forth of the light. Once again, when you're manifesting, are you trying to bring something to you or release something? So then we have the new moon phase. So when you think about the new moon and how it works, the new moon is the way the moon is in relation to the earth. It is causing the water in the soil to rise up, making the ground more fertile, meaning that it's the best time for you to plant into the soil to get new growth. This is why it is the common intent time to set intentions, because when you set an intention, what you're doing is actually planting a seed. That is not the actual manifestation work. That is you simply planting the seed for that which you would like to manifest. So from the new moon through its waxing phase, that ground is now full of nutrients and moisture. It is really good for things to grow. So once the moon starts to wax, this is when you are making the seed grow. So what is that? That's when you're manifesting. That's when you're bringing things to be. You're bringing things, you're attracting things to you. This is when you're doing whatever you deem as your particular style of manifestation. When you get to the full moon, this is the culmination point. The water has started is going to start receding into the soil, but this is also when you are harvesting whatever you have planted. So this is why gratitude rituals are common during the full moon, because you are reaping the benefits of your harvest. Now, when you think about the moon phase, you can think about this as simply the month or the zodiacal moon phase. From the new moon to whatever zodiac sign to the full moon to what zodiac sign, the seeds that you planted take time to grow. They're not going to necessarily start sprouting within a month, but by the time that full moon in that same zodiac sign is there, those seeds will likely have grown and started to bear fruit. So now you're harvesting the fruit. Then you're trying to decide, is this crop what I'm going to keep, or am I going to start clearing out my garden, clearing out my crops so that I can plant what? New seeds. So then you get into the waning phase of the moon, and this is your clearing away. This is your exhale. This is your what do I no longer need, so that when I go into the next new moon phase, I have space for whatever newness is wanting to come to me. So when I think about the full moon, I'm thinking about the things I've already harvested. If I'm trying to manifest, I'm personally doing it during the waxing phase. By the time I get to the full moon, whatever I set intentions for or manifested during the beginning of the waxing cycle, those things I'm looking at being harvested during the full moon. So I'm doing gratitude rituals. I may be doing a release ritual. So in this particular full moon, it's interesting as far as like not manifesting. If you want to manifest wellness in terms of releasing things that no longer serve you, then absolutely I'm in total agreement. So for me, it's about what are you trying to do, and is it in alignment with the energy present? The energy is functioning in a certain way. So are you honoring how the energy is functioning so that you can make the best use of it. With this particular full moon being conjunct Mars, it's not simply conjunct Mars as the video that I saw, it's conjunct Mars in retrograde. Mars in retrograde is not going to be asking us to give action to anything new. Anytime we're in retrograde, we are looking backwards. We are reflecting, we are revisiting, we are redoing, we are refocusing. So always indicates past. It's always like it's like rewind. That's what we're doing during retrograde season. So during a Mars retrograde, what we're being called to do, what we're being asked to do, is to reflect on old ideas, old thoughts, old conversations, because it's in Gemini. And Gemini is thoughts, ideas, conversations, education, early education, youth, short distance travel. We're re-looking at all of those things in the particular area of life. So then there's that extra layer. Where is Gemini at in your birth chart, whether it is your natal or your progress chart? So now you're like, okay, I know where Gemini is. So in this particular area of my life, this is where I'm refocusing, revisiting, and redoing. So in that respect, what do I need to release in order for this thing that Mars wants me to take action on from the past to be able to manifest? So what am I manifesting? Am I truly manifesting that thing, or manifesting the ideas, thoughts, and communication I need to have in order to release any old ideologies, old things, old blockages, so that this thing can come forward? Because that's what Mars is asking us to do at this time. So it's not that I agree or disagree with, but I feel like it's both, and I feel like you have to learn how to honor the energy and how that energy works with you in order for your manifestations to work the way you want to. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Y'all enjoy the full moon.